Lifting weights destroys muscle fibers. It doesn't build them. The mechanical tension of a heavy lift violently tears the tissue apart, leaving the actual strength building to the hours after you leave the gym. This damage is known as microtrauma, a biological distress signal forcing the body to repair the area so it handles the same stress next time. This graph tracks strength. Post-training, performance drops into fatigue and damage. During recovery, it curves above your old baseline into the supercompensation peak. Training again during this dip, interrupts repair. Instead of bouncing to new strength, your baseline crashes lower. Chronically breaking the body down or actually building it up depends entirely on how you navigate this biological timeline. Many athletes find themselves working hard and staying consistent, yet their strength plateaus or even drops. They are often caught in a state of perpetual muscle breakdown. Endocrinologist Hans Selye laid the groundwork for this by studying how biological organisms respond to pressure. He found that living systems physically fail when subjected to continuous, unrelieved stress without the opportunity to restore homeostasis. In sports science, this systemic failure is called overtraining syndrome, a measurable neurological depletion caused by accumulated stress that exceeds your recovery capacity. This chart monitors the ratio between testosterone and cortisol, the balance between building tissue and breaking it down. In a state of overtraining, this ratio drops by 30% or more, signaling a dominant catabolic state. Once this hormonal ratio flips, muscle protein synthesis stalls. To meet its energy demands, the body begins dismantling its own muscle tissue. Pushing through a heavy workout on a depleted nervous system is a measurable biological error. It destroys progress, regardless of how much mental discipline you apply. To complete the repair cycle, the body requires a specific chemical environment that occurs almost exclusively while you are asleep. During stage 3 non-REM deep sleep, your brainwaves slow down and human growth hormone floods the system. This hormonal surge triggers tissue repair and the synthesis of new protein. The subsequent REM cycle is equally vital. This is when your central nervous system processes motor learning, building the neurological efficiency that allows you to recruit muscle fibers more effectively. Sleep restriction keeps your cortisol levels elevated throughout the night. This sustained stress response suppresses the release of growth hormone and testosterone, effectively canceling out the repair process. Clinical data shows that athletes sleeping only 5 hours yielded virtually zero strength gains compared to those sleeping 7 hours, despite following the exact same training protocol. No amount of training volume can offset chronic sleep deprivation. Sleep is the primary biological engine of muscle growth. Within 24 hours after a workout, you're in a catabolic phase, breaking down tissue. Between 24 and 48 hours, early repair returns your system to baseline. From 48 to 72 hours, the body over-repairs, peaking above baseline, the optimal time for the next stimulus. Waiting past 96 hours leads to detraining. The body recognizes that the temporary adaptation isn't being challenged, and your strength levels fade back to where you started. Strength is a rhythmic wave of stress and recovery. Progress depends on catching that wave at its precise peak. Catching that peak doesn't require sitting completely still for 2 days. You can facilitate the process through movement. Active recovery is movement under 50% of maximum effort. The objective is increasing circulation without placing new mechanical tension on muscle fibers. This light activity increases localized blood flow by up to 30. Fresh oxygen and nutrients are delivered to the damaged cells, while metabolic waste products like lactic acid are flushed out. This also manages the fiber-specific glycogen conflict. Because the intensity is so low, your powerful fast-twitch fibers remain inactive, rebuilding their energy stores, while slow-twitch fibers do the light work. Active recovery fails the moment it starts to feel like training. If the movement causes a burn or fatigue, it adds new catabolic stress to a system that needs to be healing. Optimized growth requires a precise formula: calculated training damage, mandatory deep sleep, active waste clearance, all timed for the 48 to 72-hour window. The strongest athletes succeed because they prioritize the recovery process with the same intensity they bring to the gym. They don't just train harder, they systematically out-recover their competition.